There are seasons in a man's life when everything appears lost, when failure feels final, when every voice whispers, "It's over." But listen to me. It is in this darkness that destiny begins its work. You are not at the end. You are at the turning point. There is a law that governs all of life. Nothing is ever destroyed, it is only transformed. The soil must break before the seed can grow. The man must fall before he can rise. And right now, life is not breaking you down. It is breaking you open so it can rebuild you stronger. You have been tested, measured, stretched to your limit, but you have not been defeated. The pain you feel is not punishment, it is instruction. Every disappointment, every closed door, every sleepless night has been shaping you into a man who cannot be broken again. When the world turned its back on you, when you stood alone with doubt, a new voice was born inside you. A quiet voice that said, "Not yet." That voice is the sound of your comeback. The world doesn't see it yet, but the tide has already turned in your favor. Every great man faced this moment. Ford, Edison, Lincoln. A moment when the world said quit, and the soul said rise. They were not chosen because they never fell. They were chosen because they refused to stay fallen. And now, this moment belongs to you. You don't need permission. You don't need applause. You need one decision. Stand up. Again. One thought of defiance, held with faith, is stronger than 1,000 regrets. Your future is not waiting for better conditions. It is waiting for a better command. Every setback you faced became a springboard. Every wound became a weapon. Every delay was hidden preparation. What you thought was wasted time was training for the life you asked for. Your comeback will not arrive with noise or fanfare. It will come quietly, through persistence, through discipline, through the fire now burning in your eyes. And when it happens, the world will wonder how you rose so fast, never knowing how deeply you prepared. Nothing in life is destroyed. Storms don't kill the soil, they nourish it. Fire doesn't end the forest, it clears the way for stronger growth. Failure doesn't ruin a man, it burns away what would have destroyed him at the summit. This is the law of rhythm. The tide pulls back only to return stronger. The seed is buried in darkness before it reaches the light. The wise man does not curse his low season. He studies it. He does not ask, "Why is this happening to me?" He asks, "What is life teaching me now?" If you have been humbled, misunderstood, or left behind, you are being refined. A man who has not suffered has not been tested, and a man untested cannot be trusted with greatness. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. The distance between ruin and rebirth is one decision. The decision to believe that your pain has meaning. The moment you accept that, not as poetry, but as law, peace returns. Faith becomes your foundation. And the mind that holds faith in darkness becomes its own lamp. That lamp is never extinguished. You are not at the end. You are at the turning point. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of your return. Your greatest chapter begins now. There are seasons in every life when all that once felt certain dissolves into question, when plans that promised reward collapse, and the road that seemed straight vanishes into fog. In these moments, most men believe they are finished. But the truth, the eternal truth, is this: nothing in life is ever destroyed. It is only being rearranged for your advancement. When a storm tears through the forest, it does not kill the soil, it nourishes it. When fire consumes the mountain, it clears the way for richer growth. And when failure comes to a man, it burns away the weakness that would have ruined him at the summit. Every breakdown is the unseen hand of destiny reshaping you for greater things. This is the law of rhythm. The tide recedes only to return. The seed must be buried in darkness before it rises toward light. Every defeat is a cycle in motion, a pause before progress, a rest before the rise. The wise man does not curse his low seasons. He studies them. He asks not, "Why am I here?" but rather, "What law is working through me now?" Every great life turns at the point of apparent ruin. Henry Ford faced bankruptcy 5 times before building the motor that moved the world. Edison failed 10,000 times before the first light burned steadily. Lincoln was defeated in election after election before the people saw in him the calm, resolute faith of leadership. These men were not chosen because they never fell. They were chosen because they refused to stay fallen. If you have known failure, if you have been stripped of pride, misunderstood, or left behind, count yourself fortunate. Life has deemed you worthy of refinement. You are being trained for strength, not comfort. A man who has not suffered has not been tested, and a man untested cannot yet be trusted with greatness. In these moments of breaking, life removes all that is false. It removes dependence on applause. It silences the noise of vanity. It strips away the illusion that success is born from luck or approval. What remains is truth, pure, indestructible truth, that all power begins within thought. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. Every sleepless night, every door that closed, every betrayal was the chisel shaping your character into something precise, something unshakable. The same blows that seemed to shatter you were, in truth, sculpting you. You ask, why must I endure this? Because only through loss can a man be taught what truly matters. Only through silence does he learn to hear his own voice. Life is not breaking you down. It is breaking you open, so the power within can find room to expand. I have watched many men rise and fall, and I tell you plainly, the distance between ruin and rebirth is one decision. The decision to believe that what you endure has meaning, that somewhere within this pain lies instruction. The moment you accept this, not as poetry, but as law, you will feel the first spark of peace return. The one who rebuilds does not begin with wood or steel. He begins with belief. For faith is the foundation upon which all comebacks are built. The mind that holds faith in the midst of darkness becomes the lamp that guides itself, and that lamp is never extinguished. Take this moment and see it differently. You are not at the end. You are at the turning point. Every element of your life that seems against you is now in secret service to your development. The same force that allowed you to fall will raise you higher once you obey its rhythm. When Ford stood in debt, he did not curse his failure. He studied it. He learned why his ideas were unready and improved them. Edison's assistants begged him to quit after years of darkness. He smiled and said, "I have not failed. I have found 10,000 ways that will not work." Lincoln, despised and doubted, learned patience, until patience became his weapon. These men learned a simple truth. Delay is not denial. It is direction. And so it is with you. Every disappointment is a detour to discipline. Every fall teaches balance. Every loss forces the rediscovery of purpose. When you understand this law, fear loses its grip. What once looked like punishment now appears as preparation. Sit with a pen and paper. Write each failure you have faced. Next to it, write what it taught you. Courage, humility, endurance, faith. You will discover that even your pain paid dividends. The act of writing transforms confusion into clarity. You reclaim authorship over your own story. Repeat quietly, "I am not falling apart. I am being refined. My struggle is my signal to rise." Say it until you feel it. For words repeated with faith imprint themselves upon the subconscious, and the subconscious obeys without question. You will begin to see your situation differently. The burden that once seemed unbearable will become your teacher. The fear that once paralyzed you will become your fuel. When a man stops asking, "Why me?" and begins asking, "What for?" the comeback begins. This is the moment that separates the drifter from the thinker, the defeated from the destined. The drifter blames chance. The thinker studies cause. The defeated man curses loss. The destined man learns from it. Every law of success, desire, faith, persistence, begins here with the realization that you are never a victim of circumstance. You are a student of law. If you were broken, it means you were strong enough to be remade. If you were delayed, it means you are being prepared for something that requires more precision. The only true tragedy is to stop before the lesson is learned. Now breathe deeply. Inhale the awareness that everything you have suffered has meaning. Exhale the idea that you were ever abandoned. Infinite intelligence wastes nothing, not even your tears. You are standing at the threshold of transformation. The door before you does not open outward. It opens inward. Your outer life will change only when your inner belief changes. Before a man rebuilds his world, he must first rebuild his mind. A man may lose fortune, home, position, or companions. Yet if his mind remains disciplined, he has lost nothing permanent. For thought is the first cause of all creation. It is the architect behind every empire, every invention, every miracle ever known to man. When a man learns to govern his thought, he regains dominion over all that seemed lost. The true comeback begins not with action, but with the reconstruction of the mind. Everything you see around you was first an idea in someone's mind. The bridge was once a thought. The city was once a dream. Even the greatest fortunes were first built within imagination. Therefore, if your world has collapsed, it can be rebuilt the same way it was first created, by deliberate thought. The destruction you see outside yourself is only a reflection of disorder within. Correct the cause and the effects will follow. No man rises higher than his dominant thought. It matters not how strong his body is, nor how vast his opportunity. If he carries defeat in his mind, life will obediently produce defeat. But if he plants faith and determination in his mind, circumstance will bend itself to his purpose. The mind is a mirror of your belief, reflecting in matter what you hold in spirit. You must begin this reconstruction as a master builder begins his craft, with a clear design, steady patience, and unwavering faith. The first task is purification. You cannot build a new palace upon the ruins of old fear. You must clear the debris of resentment, self-pity, and doubt. These emotions block the natural flow of creation. The subconscious mind cannot build upon confusion. Each morning before you meet the world, pause for 5 minutes of deliberate command. Sit upright. Speak with conviction to your inner self. I am the master of my thought. I command my mind to hold only what serves my purpose. I release all fear, for faith alone shall direct me this day. Speak these words not as hope, but as order. You are training the subconscious mind, which obeys authority, not pleading. Each night before sleep, reflect with honesty. What did I think today? Did my thoughts align with my purpose, or did I allow fear to lead? Reflection refines the mind, just as polishing sharpens steel. Repetition of this practice plants a new rhythm in the subconscious. In time, right thinking becomes as automatic as breathing. Andrew Carnegie built an empire that employed thousands. Yet he often said his true labor was mental. When markets wavered and men around him panicked, he would sit in stillness, reviewing causes, never reacting to noise. His composure was his fortress. He understood that order in thought creates order in life. When others saw crisis, he saw adjustment. When others saw loss, he saw instruction. And because of this mental stability, fortune flowed toward him as surely as rivers flow toward the sea. You too must build that inner fortress. The world around you may be in motion, but within you must be still. Every day that you replace fear with understanding, you rebuild one stone of your inner structure. The mind, once reconstructed in truth, becomes unshakable. It no longer bends to circumstance. It bends circumstance itself. Understand the law of autosuggestion, for it is the architect of all reconstruction. The words you repeat daily, the images you hold, the emotions you permit, these are the blueprints of your life. The subconscious mind does not reason, it receives. Feed it doubt, and it obeys by creating delay. Feed it faith, and it obeys by creating opportunity. The subconscious is the silent builder of destiny. Imagine your mind as a workshop. In this workshop, every tool is a thought. Doubt dulls them, faith sharpens them, complaint rusts them, gratitude preserves them. The worker within your subconscious cannot choose the tools. It simply uses what you provide. Therefore, see to it that only the right material is supplied. Each morning, picture your life rebuilt. See yourself standing calm, strong, prosperous, at peace. Do not wish for it, see it. Act as though it were already formed in the unseen. The more vivid your image, the faster the subconscious obeys. The universe responds to clear command. Say often, I command my thoughts. My faith rebuilds my life. My mind is my kingdom. Say it until it no longer feels like repetition, but revelation. The moment your words begin to stir feeling within, the reconstruction has begun. Emotion is the energy that gives thought form. Others will begin to perceive the change before you even speak of it. They will notice steadiness in your manner, quietness in your eyes, confidence in your tone. They will feel that something invisible has strengthened you. What they are seeing is the alignment of thought and belief. True strength requires no announcement. It radiates naturally. When you have rebuilt your mind, you will no longer depend upon encouragement. You will become your own source of faith. The opinions of others will lose power over you because your approval will come from within. The one who commands his mind commands his destiny. Do not think that you must remove all fear at once. It is enough to replace one weak thought with one strong one each day. As light gradually drives out darkness, faith gradually dissolves fear. The important thing is constancy. The mind learns through repetition. As water shapes rock through persistence, if you falter, begin again. Every return to faith strengthens it. The man who trains his thought daily becomes invincible. No circumstance can conquer the one who has learned to think correctly. He may lose position, but not purpose. He may lose wealth, but not will. And so long as he thinks in harmony with truth, his recovery is inevitable. There will come a day when you look back upon this struggle and bless it, for it forced you to discover the workshop within. It compelled you to become your own builder, your own healer, your own teacher. That discovery is worth more than any possession you once lost. Understand clearly, before a man can rebuild his world, he must first rebuild his mind. The mind is the mold of life. Change the mold, and the form must follow. The outer is the shadow of the inner. The man who thinks with precision cannot live in confusion. Now take your notebook and write upon its first page a single declaration. From this day, I think only thoughts that serve my purpose. I am calm, deliberate, and unafraid. My mind is the source of my comeback. Read it every morning and night until the words become part of you. As you do, ideas will begin to arrive. Quietly at first, then more frequently. Each idea will be a step on the staircase of your return. Infinite intelligence will use your faith as its signal. The more definite your thought, the clearer the response. You will begin to see order where others see chaos. Opportunities that once seemed hidden will appear as if unveiled. You will meet those who share your vibration of confidence and vision. This is no miracle, it is law. The outer world reflects the inner one. Hold steadfast to this truth. Thought is the first movement of creation. When you think rightly, you align with the very force that governs stars and seasons. That power cannot fail you if you do not fail it. Faith held through uncertainty transforms uncertainty into form. The world may still doubt you. Let it. Their doubt will become your proof. The man who holds his belief against opposition multiplies his power. The mind that refuses to surrender to circumstance draws from an unseen source that never tires. Your reconstruction is underway. You have begun to clear the ruins, to lay the foundation of faith, to design with precision. Continue until your thought becomes your reality. For thought, when persisted in with belief, becomes law made visible. Before a man can rebuild his world, he must rebuild his mind. You are doing that now. And as the mind rises, so too shall everything that depends upon it, your confidence, your fortune, your peace. You are no longer the same. You are the builder awakening within his own creation. You are the thinker reclaiming dominion over his world. The walls of limitation are falling, and the pillars of purpose are being raised. Now that your mind is rebuilt, the time has come to awaken the force that carries dreams into reality, your burning desire. There comes a point in every man's reconstruction when faith alone is not enough. Faith gives direction, but desire gives it life. Faith builds the plan, but desire provides the fire that moves the plane into action. Without desire, the finest mind lies dormant. Like an engine without fuel, it is desire, definite, burning, and disciplined, that transforms knowledge into power, thought into progress, and faith into achievement. Every great comeback begins with this single spark, an idea so alive in the imagination that it refuses to die. A man may be stripped of wealth, comfort, or opportunity, but if he still possesses desire, he is still rich. For nothing can destroy a man whose heart burns with purpose. The force of desire, when guided by faith, becomes the magnet that draws all necessary people, ideas, and events into alignment. When Henry Ford first conceived the idea of building a motor for the common man, he was surrounded by mockery. The world said, "It cannot be done." He smiled, for his desire had already accomplished it in his mind. When he was forced into bankruptcy, he did not see failure. He saw a foundation. When his first models broke down, he saw improvement. His desire was so definite that doubt could find no place to dwell. Thomas Edison worked through night after night, hands trembling, eyes weary, yet his mind fixed on light. The world slept while he labored, not for fame, but because his desire commanded him. When asked why he continued after thousands of failures, he replied, "I have not failed. I have discovered thousands of ways that will not work." That is burning desire. It does not measure time, it measures progress. Abraham Lincoln, when defeated for public office time and again, held one thought that sustained him, that his purpose was greater than his comfort. Desire kept his faith alive when logic might have quit. It made him humble but never hopeless. That desire carried him from obscurity to immortality. And so must your desire carry you now, for you cannot rise with half a heart. You must decide what you want so completely that it consumes hesitation. The moment you do, infinite intelligence begins to organize unseen forces on your behalf. Thought mixed with emotion becomes faith, and faith mixed with action becomes power. There is a law in the universe that nothing resists the man who moves with clear purpose and unbroken desire. The timid wish, but the determined command. The timid hope, but the determined expect. Desire is the difference between those who dream and those who build. Now take your pen and write what you will become within the next year. Not what you might become, but what you will. Write it clearly, concisely, and with certainty. Then read it every morning before you begin your work and every night before you sleep. As you do, emotion will awaken faith, and faith will begin to transform your thought into form. Write something like this: "By the end of this year, I will have restored my confidence, regained my strength, and established prosperity through my definite purpose. I will not retreat until it is accomplished. I live each day as if success were already mine." This declaration, repeated with belief, becomes your blueprint. Each repetition strengthens the bond between thought and subconscious action. The world around you will begin to respond as though drawn to an invisible current. The people you need will appear. The doors you require will open, and the energy you lacked will return tenfold. Desire is not mere emotion. It is the concentrated will of the spirit. It is the flame that makes men rise from obscurity to influence, from failure to power. But understand this law: desire must be definite. A scattered desire produces scattered results. The mind must hold one central image, one clear goal, and feed it with daily attention. Say aloud, "I hold a burning desire that cannot be denied. My faith is the fire that turns thought into form." Speak it until you feel a physical response, until your heart quickens, your breath deepens, your mind clears. That is the energy of life awakening within you. Every time you allow doubt to linger, the flame of desire flickers. Every time you reaffirm your purpose, it brightens. Protect your flame as you would guard a precious lamp in the wind. Avoid those who pour water on your fire through cynicism or complaint. Keep your mind focused upon the end result, not the obstacles between. Desire must be emotionalized daily. This means you must not only think of your purpose, but feel it. Imagine it as already done. See yourself walking in the world you have built. Hear the sounds, feel the atmosphere, experience the gratitude. The subconscious mind accepts what it feels as real. When faith and emotion unite, the universe obeys. You may ask, how long must I hold this desire? Until it holds you. When your purpose becomes so definite that you cannot escape it even in rest, then you are near the threshold of transformation. Every great man has known this possession by purpose. When the dream takes control of the dreamer, that is when genius awakens. Carnegie once told me that his fortune was inevitable the moment he stopped thinking of money as his goal and began to think of service as his duty. His desire was not for gold, but for efficiency. Because his desire served the law of progress, it was blessed by abundance. Let your desire serve something larger than yourself, and the law will reward you beyond measure. When your motive is pure, when your burning desire lifts others as it lifts you, your comeback will not only be swift, it will be sustained. Selfish desire fades once it is satisfied, but purpose-driven desire renews itself with every achievement. Do not be discouraged by slow results. The universe does not move by haste, it moves by order. Each day you persist, unseen forces are arranging conditions in your favor. Roots grow long before the bloom appears. The farmer who plants does not dig up the soil each day to check the seed. He waters, he waits, he trusts the law. You must do the same. Plant your desire, water it with faith, protect it with persistence. You do not need proof today, you need certainty. What is sown in faith must, by law, produce after its kind. Faith is the assurance of rhythm. It is confidence in invisible progress. The man with burning desire cannot remain unnoticed. His energy creates a quiet light that others feel even if they cannot explain it. People are drawn to him, opportunities gather around him, resistance weakens. The impossible begins to yield. They will say something about you has changed. They will not see the inner fire, but they will feel its warmth. The timid will admire your certainty. The doubtful will borrow your strength. Without announcing yourself, you will become a source of confidence to others. Your faith will spread silently, and life itself will begin to lean in your direction. This is the hidden reward of burning desire. It magnetizes the world. If you have lost your ambition, reignite it now. Sit in silence. Close your eyes. Ask yourself one honest question. What do I want so deeply that failure no longer frightens me? Then wait. The answer will not arrive as noise. It will arrive as knowing. That quiet certainty, the idea that returns again and again, is your destiny asking to be acted upon. Treat that idea as a sacred flame. Feed it daily with focused thought. Protect it with discipline. Express gratitude for it as though it were already real. Desire backed by faith never dies. It only waits for command. Repeat daily with conviction. I live with purpose. My desire is definite. My thoughts are clear. I move toward my goal with faith. Let these words become rhythm. Repetition engraves certainty into the subconscious until doubt itself becomes foreign. You may believe you are preparing for your comeback, but understand this: it has already begun. The moment your desire became definite, the universe began reorganizing itself around your fulfillment. Every circumstance since that moment has been part of the arrangement. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing is out of place. Remember this always. The world does not yield to talent alone. It yields to persistence guided by burning desire. The one who desires strongly enough will always find a way. Those who lack desire will always find excuses. The difference between failure and success is not opportunity. It is intensity of purpose. Desire is the soul of all progress. It transforms the ordinary man into a leader, the worker into an inventor, the student into a master. When you live by it, you rise beyond fatigue, discouragement, and rejection, because your purpose outlasts them all. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Begin where you stand, with what you have, and build as you go. The first step taken in faith ignites all others. The flame of desire does not require ideal surroundings. It creates them. And once this fire is kindled within you, remember this truth: desire without persistence is a flame without fuel. Now that your mind and your desire are united, the next task is to sustain this fire through discipline and rhythm until nothing can extinguish it. The world does not reward beginnings, it rewards endurance. And so you move into the next great law, the discipline of endurance. There comes a time, even for the man of burning desire, when the flame flickers. Results do not appear. Fatigue whispers. Faith feels distant. The mind wonders if the law has forgotten him. It is in this silent space between planting and harvest that destiny performs its greatest test. Desire ignites the beginning, but only endurance completes the journey. Discipline is the invisible bridge between intention and reality. It is not restraint, it is liberation. The man who governs his habits governs his future. Every empire ever built, Every invention ever born, every triumph ever achieved was the result of discipline held steady through uncertainty. You must learn to walk calmly while others run frantically. You must continue to sow while others despair that the soil is barren. The law rewards the man who keeps rhythm when the world breaks tempo. Persistence is faith in motion. It is obedience to purpose when emotion has gone silent. Edison understood this law. There were nights when he failed 100 times before sunrise. Yet he continued, not through excitement, but through rhythm. His endurance was not dramatic. It was patient. He knew that nature never violates law, and that every experiment, however fruitless it seemed, carried him closer to discovery. This was the peace of the disciplined mind, the quiet certainty that repetition is the secret of mastery. When Abraham Lincoln faced ridicule, defeat, and the loss of those he loved, he did not withdraw from life. He worked quietly, shaping himself through the very hardships others fled. His greatness was not born of speeches, but of self-control. When anger arose, he wrote letters he never sent. When despair came, he read them and learned. Discipline made him steady enough to lead a nation torn by its own chaos. Andrew Carnegie spent 10 years organizing steel production before the first great fortune appeared. He called patience the test of faith. He once said that a man who cannot work without applause will never build anything worth applauding. He meant that endurance must become its own reward. The man who can keep his rhythm without needing praise is the man the world eventually follows. And now hear this clearly. Endurance is not stubbornness. It is faith under pressure. It is order obeyed without wavering. It is the rhythm of purpose maintained through seasons of doubt. You know you have found discipline when you act not by mood, but by decision, not by convenience, but by law. When fatigue sets in, the undisciplined man seeks escape. The disciplined man seeks structure. Fatigue is not a signal to quit. It is a call to organize energy. The body weakens when thought is scattered. But the man who directs every motion toward his purpose discovers strength even in exhaustion. Discipline aligns energy with aim. Each day's small obedience adds invisible weight to your strength. The man who reads 10 pages, thinks 10 minutes, plans 1 hour, and finishes what he begins may not feel powerful in the moment, yet these acts accumulate like bricks in the temple of success. No single act appears great, but together they form an unbreakable habit. Habit is destiny made solid. When doubt speaks, let decision answer. When fear rises, let routine command. The man with a definite schedule is never lost. One disciplined hour is stronger than an undisciplined week. Choose 1 hour each day that belongs to your comeback. Guard it as a sacred appointment with destiny. During that hour, shut out distraction, write your goals, plan your actions, study your principles, speak your affirmations aloud as a soldier recites his oath. Let this be your hour of discipline. Even if nothing else moves forward, this one habit will carry you through storms. The man who owns one consistent hour eventually owns his life. Say to yourself, I will persist until I prevail. I will obey my purpose until life obeys me. Say it when you feel strong. Say it when you feel weak. Words repeated in weakness grow roots that hold you when strength returns. Discipline is not what you do when inspired. It is what you continue when inspiration sleeps. When delay stretches long, remember this. The seed does not complain in the soil. It trusts the unseen process of growth. You are that seed. Every day you persist, roots are forming. They grow quietly, invisibly, until one day they break the surface with unstoppable force. The impatient dig up their seed and wonder why nothing blooms. The disciplined water and wait. I have seen men lose everything except their persistence, and from that persistence rebuild fortunes greater than before. I have seen others lose nothing except patience, and from that loss never recover. The distance between despair and triumph is simply who stays long enough for the law to work. The rhythm of discipline transforms the man himself. His walk steadies, his voice deepens, his eyes grow calm. Others sense reliability and are drawn to it. They trust the man who finishes what he begins, because mastery is proven not in speech, but in steadiness. Discipline is silent authority. It speaks without words. And soon you will notice this. The world adjusts to your rhythm, where once you were tossed by circumstance, now you move as the tide moves. Predictable, powerful, relentless. The disciplined man becomes the center of order in any environment. Chaos may exist around him, but it never lives within him. When adversity returns, and it will, meet it as an old acquaintance. Thank it for testing your endurance. Tell it that you have already learned its lessons. Hardship will no longer shock you. It will simply remind you to tighten your rhythm. The storm cannot unseat the man who has learned how to move with it. Do not allow anyone to convince you that persistence is outdated. Tools evolve. The world accelerates. But the law does not change. Success still belongs to those who finish. The one who persists quietly will always outlast the one who rushes loudly. The mountain yields not to noise, but to steady pressure applied without interruption. Discipline is devotion. It is faith made visible through habit. It is prayer expressed through repetition. Each morning you rise at the same hour, read the same principles, speak the same affirmations, and perform the same essential tasks. Not because they are exciting, but because they are true. This is how the subconscious learns obedience. This is how success becomes inevitable. Do not chase motivation, seek rhythm. Motivation fades when resistance appears. Rhythm continues regardless of weather, mood, or circumstance. When a man lives by rhythm, his progress becomes unavoidable. Repetition becomes momentum. Momentum becomes mastery. The universe itself is rhythmic. Planets move in order. Seasons arrive on schedule. Even your breath follows a pattern. Inhale, exhale, pause, renew. To live with discipline is to live in harmony with the same law that governs all creation. That harmony is power. When you master rhythm, fatigue becomes familiar but harmless. You will learn to rest without quitting, to pause without stopping. You will work while others complain, think while others despair, act while others delay. Each act of endurance moves you closer to peace, because peace is not the absence of effort, it is mastery over effort. Persistence also refines the spirit. It purifies motive. In the beginning, you may act for reward. Through discipline, you learn to act for principle. When applause is no longer required, power multiplies. The man who endures without recognition becomes unstoppable, because his strength no longer depends on circumstance. It comes from within. Andrew Carnegie once said he would rather possess the habit of persistence than a fortune. He understood this truth. Fortune without discipline disappears, but discipline always recreates fortune. Wealth may fluctuate, habit remains, and habit rebuilds everything. As discipline becomes natural, fear begins to disappear. Fear thrives in uncertainty. Rhythm destroys uncertainty. The man who controls his hours fears nothing, because he knows that each task completed, each decision honored, moves him closer to dominion. Discipline leaves fear no room to live. If the path feels long, remember this. 1 year of persistence can accomplish what 10 years of indecision never will. Most men do not fail for lack of opportunity. They fail because they never finish what they begin. There comes a moment when the inner battle is won, when the storm within grows quiet, and a man stands upright, no longer fighting himself, but calmly directing the world around him. This is the moment of dominion. The victory of the mind over itself is only the beginning. From it arises the power to master circumstance, to bend external conditions to the rhythm of an organized will. Circumstance is not a jailer, it is a mirror. It does not imprison you. It reflects your inner order or your inner confusion. When a man is ruled by fear, his environment appears threatening. When he is ruled by faith, the same world becomes cooperative. The outer world always arranges itself according to the tone of the inner one. Every thought you hold, every word you speak, every feeling you entertain sends a vibration outward. That vibration organizes matter, opportunity, and even people into harmony or disorder. The weak believe life happens to them. The wise know life happens through them. You are not a leaf carried by the wind. You are the wind itself. If you do not like the direction of your world, change the direction of your thought. The one who commands himself commands fate. This law is as certain as gravity. The man who allows fear to dominate will encounter fear everywhere. The man who cultivates peace attracts peace from every direction. The man who moves with confidence finds doors opening before he knocks. Others will call it luck. But it is law. The inner vibration of thought always precedes the outer event. John D. Rockefeller understood this. When panic struck the markets and fortunes collapsed overnight, he remained seated in his office, calm and unmoved. He listened to the noise. Then he closed his eyes, and he thought. His mind did not react. It directed. When others sold in fear, he bought in faith. His composure became his advantage. That was not chance. That was mastery. Mastery of circumstance begins with mastery of reaction. The man who can delay his reaction controls his destiny. He observes rather than obeys. He studies rather than surrenders. Each pause between impulse and action is a moment of power. Emotion, when ungoverned, acts blindly, but emotion under observation becomes energy for creation. The disciplined thinker no longer asks, "What will happen to me?" He asks, "What can I cause to happen?" That question alone moves him from victim to victor. The mind that directs instead of reacts is already in possession of dominion. This mastery expresses itself through three spheres: thought, speech, and action. The first is thought. Thought is the foundation. Thought is the architect of destiny. Every circumstance is first drawn in the mind before it appears in matter. When thought becomes calm, clear, and ordered, confusion dissolves. A man who can hold one idea with faith will watch the world organize itself around that idea. The second sphere is speech. Words are instruments of command. The careless speak without aim and invite chaos. The wise speak deliberately and call order into being. What a man consistently declares, life eventually delivers.